The story so far. We learned that many characters from the lands of fable and folklore have been hiding out in New York City in an underground community they call Fabletown. They're a secret society of refugees from terrible wars, because someone, known only as the Adversary, had methodically invaded and conquered all of their myriad kingdoms, one by one. The Fables, as they call themselves, who cannot pass as human in the city, are forced to stay hidden away in the upstate Fabletown annex known as the Farm. Recently, Rose Red and her no-good boyfriend, Jack of the Tails, got caught attempting to fake Rose's murder as part of a scheme to swindle Lord Bluebeard out of a small fortune. Bigby Wolf, the sheriff of Fabletown, earned quite a feather in his cap for solving that one. Snow White, the assistant mayor, and real power behind the throne, sentenced her wayward sister Rose and Jack to many hours of community service to pay for their crimes. Along the way, Jack was briefly a prince, Prince Charming was briefly a pauper, and many other interesting things occurred. Yes, it's once upon a time again.
Listen up, Jack. Bigby is in total charge of you while Rose and I are gone this week. Don't give him any trouble.
Oh, Jack won't give me any trouble, Snow, or I'll just keep adding to his community service hours.
You can't do that, Bigby.
Try me, Mulchhead.
He can, and he will, with my blessing. Until you work off the last of your punishment, Jack, you belong to us. Body and soul. Don't even try testing it, or dark judgment will come down on you like the wrath of God Almighty.
We'll be fine. You and Rose enjoy your trip and put us entirely out of your mind.
That's another thing. Rose and I got the same punishment. Why does she get to work off her hours going on a nice vacation while I have to pull janitorial duty alongside this inbred geek?
Hey, don't be so mean.
Rose won't be going anywhere if she doesn't hurry up.
Nothing personal, Flycatcher.
There you are.
You'd be inbred too if you had to marry inside your own family for 20 generations. Count yourself lucky that you didn't hold on to your princely title for more than a day.
Why aren't you packed yet? We're already running late.
I am packed, dear sister. This is it.
For an entire week?
I travel light.
Have fun. Be careful. Don't kill each other.
Hey, Rosebush, aren't you going to... She didn't even say goodbye. She acted like I wasn't even here.
That's because for all of her jerky ways, Rose is still a smart girl. Smart enough to finally realize you have the stink of loser all over you, Jack. Now get back to work. And when you're done with this, strip and wax the bathroom floors upstairs. Flycatcher is in charge.
Why does he get to be boss?
Because I said so.
And I have the experience to be boss. I do this work all the time. I know what needs to be done.
What's your story anyway, Fly? Why are you always stuck on community service?
Bigby keeps catching me eating flies in public. It's not many hours punishment for each offense, but it adds up.
So why is it that I get to go on this trip with you rather than do real work? Since when do you play favorites?
Since I decided to see, after all these years of snipping at each other, if we might be able to work out our differences.
Good morning, Miss White, Miss Red. Grand day, isn't it?
But I don't want to go back to the farm. I'm a city pig.
I'd like to see if it is all possible for us to get back to acting like sisters again.
I thought we were buddies, Johnny.
Too bad, Colin, my lad. You're going, and that's that. I'm tying him in tight, Miss White. He won't get loose again. You can count on that.
So this trip is going to be like one long encounter session with each other? Baring our souls? Airing our grievances and venting our spleens? Talking things out like civilized girls?
Something like that.
I'd rather push a mop.
You're ready to go, ladies. She's all gassed up. Watch the radiator water, though. She overheats.
Too bad, Rose. Your punishment for faking your own murder is whatever I decide it is. Get in. You can sulk just as well on the road.
Have a good time.
This is going to suck.
You might as well try to enjoy this, Rose. Because you're not getting out of it. Twice a year I have to go upstate to check on the Fable community at the farm. It's not a vacation. It's work. And you're going to help. You can be happy or miserable, but by God, you'll still do the work.
Where are we? Are we there yet?
Please don't smoke in here. I mean it. Don't you dare light that.
Too late.
Might as well get comfortable, Rose. It looks like we'll be here for a while.
Oh, joy. Hours of dull waiting, followed by more tedious hours on the road. You picked a good punishment for me after all. How much longer until we reach your damned farm?
Are you kidding me? In all my years, centuries, we've lived here in New York. You've never once bothered to visit the upstate community? We've been on the farm's land for past 20 miles. We like to keep it remote up here, far away from prying eyes. Our strongest destruction spells are woven onto this land to prevent the Mundies from even getting curious about this area. Curious indeed.
What are you doing, Snow?
Calm down. I'm looking for something.
Gathering nuts for the winter? Can't we just pour some bottled water down the radiator and go? I'm bored enough on the road, but this is worse.
Rose, look at this.
Spent brass casings from bullets and shit. Big deal. There's gotta be all sort of gun nuts way out here in the sticks.
Not here. Anywhere else, but never here. There are lots more shotgun shells and bullet casings scattered in there. But our protective spells should be keeping the Mundies out of our woods. And we're close enough to the farm that any shooting had to be overheard.
So what?
So, they've got a direct phone line from the farm to my office. Why didn't anyone report this? Oh, come on. The motor should be cool enough now to make it the rest of the way.
Oh, maybe the piggies and horsies declared war on the duckies and moo cows. Wow, so this is the famous farm. I'm impressed, sis. Sort of like Old MacDonald meets Walt Disney meets Munchkin Land. And it also looks deserted. Is it supposed to be a ghost town?
No, it isn't. Hello?
Are we there yet?
Yes, Colin, my true love. We are finally there yet. Only it looks like no one else is here anymore.
What do you mean?
I'm not sure. Apparently, everyone here looks forward to my sister's visits as much as I do.
Hello? Where is everyone? Hold on. I hear something. Oh, come on. I think I heard voices in the barn. Is anyone home?
And furthermore, my fellow gentle species, I say to you, the great bard's admonition to take arms against a sea of troubles is more than just a deft turn of phrase. A tasty tidbit of artful speech from a master wordsmith. It shouldn't be treated lightly as hollow metaphor, but as literal advice. I think we should immediately resolve to... Oh my.
Hello? Am I interrupting something?
Run away! Run away! It's a raid! The feds are here! I wasn't part of this! I was duped! I'll turn state's evidence!
Miss White, what are you doing here so early in the season?
I take it this is a town meeting? If so, why is Dun conducting it and not Waylon Smith? Does someone want to explain what's going on here?
Town meeting? Yes, of course, that's what it is. All perfectly innocent.
I can't do hard time! too delicate!
Someone please settle that damn chicken down. In honor of Snow White's surprise visit, I move we postpone the remainder of this meeting so that we can all make her welcome.
Why? What do we have to hide?
Out of order.
Nonsense! A motion to adjourn is always in order, so I hereby declare us adjourned.
Meanwhile,
I'm sorry, folks, but Snow White is away for a few days, so all appointments are postponed until next week. Any emergencies should be directed to Bigby Wolf.
Why should we have to wait? Why can't you help us?
No, dear.
We're entitled to our services, Boy Blue.
Is a stop-it-up toilet an emergency?
We got rights.
If everything's cancelled, then why are you opening the office?
I'm just going to catch up on some filing, honest. Please go home. We'll be open again next week. Phew. Well, Buffkin, I see that you've goofed off all day. You didn't restack a single book. Buffkin? Buffkin? Oh no, Buffkin, have you been drinking?
That's right, Bobby boy.
Damn it, Buffkin, bad. Bad monkey.
When the cat's away, us mice gotta play.
Just before the battle, mother.
Oh dear God, tell me you didn't do it.
I'm thinking most of you.
You got the Forsworn Knight drunk again after the mass last time?
And just a little bit later.
You came up early for this, Miss White.
And a good thing I did, apparently. Now, don't you think it's about time you told me exactly what I walked into this afternoon?
Absolutely, Miss White.
Look at all the cozy little piggy things, just like in a real person's house.
We are real persons, Miss Rudd.
What was that meeting all about, Dun?
What else this close to Remembrance Day? It was about how we should march back into our homelands and take them back from the adversary and his hellish minions.
You sound almost like you're a returned activist.
I am, and I'm not ashamed to admit it.
I'll be damned. And there are others here at the farm?
Hundreds.
A large majority of us, in fact.
Since when?
Since before there was an official name for it.
Why? Dun. Posey. How can you seriously advocate throwing your lives away on a senseless bid to retake the old Fable lands?
Because, unlike all of you down in the big city, we don't look human enough to blindly fit in among the Mandis. Whereas you can travel this whole wide world if you're mind to, we're stuck forever and ever on this one patch of land.
As long as you insist on the laws keeping our true natures hidden from the Mundis, we can't set 1 foot outside of this prison camp. For fear a talking pig or real living giant would let the cat out of the bag, so to speak.
You're both acting ridiculous. The farm isn't a prison. It's a wonderful, thriving Fable community. 90 cents out of every dollar we take in is spent right here to keep the farm going, Posey.
Spend 1,000 times more, so that we're all immersed in every possible type of luxury. Turn this place into a Sybarite's paradise, and it will still be a prison, because we aren't allowed to live.
And for a Fable, a life sentence is a very long time. Centuries for the least of us, millennia so far for some.
Okay, fine. I guess I can understand your sympathies, Dun. But what are your specific plans?
We haven't made any yet. That would violate too many of your laws and regulations.
They are not my laws. They're our laws. They exist to keep us all safe.
So far, we've only talked about general policy, not specific strategy.
That's a relief. It's late. Rose and I are going to bed. We can pick this up in the morning.
No, stay, ladies. The night's still young.
Have a pleasant night's rest. The guest room is all ready for you.
Thanks, Posey. Good night. Oh, but just one last thing. Where is Wayland Smith?
He left.
Resigned.
Suddenly. It took us all by surprise.
I'm sure it did. Well, that's another thing we'll have to discuss tomorrow. Coming, Rose?
What was that all about? Who's Wayland Smith?
My opposite number up here. The man who runs the farm. Or who used to, apparently. You should know that! Hour by hour, I'm increasingly horrified by how much you don't know about our community. And how willfully determined you seem to be not to know it.
I guess that went about as well as could be expected.
Do you think she believed us? About not making any specific plans yet?
Not a chance. But she hasn't got any proof otherwise, and the always correct and proper Snow White won't make a move based only on suspicions. Now let's deal with you, Colin.
It's late, cousins. Shouldn't we, get a good night's sleep first?
How did your mission in the city go? Did you accomplish the prime objective?
Were you able to get a duplicate key to the Woodland business office?
No, not yet.
How many Fables did you find who are sympathetic to our cause? Will one of them come through for us?
Well, you see, Bigby kept me on a pretty short leash, so I wasn't actually able to do much.
Only one bed? We have to share the same bed?
Space is a premium up here, Rose. They can't afford to keep more than a single VIP guest room empty. Relax. It's big enough for two. And it's not like we haven't shared a bed before.
That was in days long past, and I've since grown out of the habit of sleeping with girls. Except for once every year or so as a special birthday present for Jack.
Please spare me the sordid details of your social life.
Relax, sis. You're safe from me. Even if I could get beyond the incest thing, you're not my type.
Are you purposely trying to be disgusting now? The reason for this trip, apart from my semi-annual administrative duties, was so that you and I could work things out.
Whatever.
How could we have been so close and loving to each other when we were children?
Will we be best friends always?
Of course. Forever and ever. Only to end up hating the very sight of each other as adults.
My sister has the world's biggest stick up her ass.
When did it get so ugly between us?
When you caught me in bed with your husband, remember?
Of course I do. But I think it started before that.
4 things, sister dear. 1. Shut up. 2. Turn the light out. 3. Close the curtains so I can sleep in tomorrow. 4, and I really mean it. Shut up.
Fine. We can finish this in the... Hey, what's that?
What's what?
That thing out there by our truck. Oh my god. Oh my god. What have they done?
Fuck me blind. I think that's... Oh no.
What is it, Rose? What is it?
It's poor Colin. It also appears to be a literary reference. My guess is someone wanted to make sure we got a very specific message.
Next, the Guns of Fabletown.